Darinko, what is your last name?
My last name is Ribolla.
This is like, interrogation. It's like you're going to the police station.
No.
Okay, because my Slovenian really is terrible. Okay, Darinko Ribolica, like Ribolla.
Yes, it's the same.
No, I was just kidding. Are you serious? It's the same?
Yes, the same. My last name is coming out from Ribolla because my grandparents were always working with Ribolla, so it is tradition in the family.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So tell us about that a little bit.
Italian Wine Podcast. Chin Chin with Italian wine people.
Welcome to another installment of On the Road Special Edition hosted by Stevie Kim. She has traveled to one of the most beautiful Renaissance villas in Slovenia, where 13 producers from 2 countries have gathered to take part in the Masterclass grand vertical tasting of the Finest Rebula Wines. Listen in and enjoy the conversations on this Slovenian adventure in wine.
Hi, welcome to Italian Wine Podcast. This is the On the Road edition, and today we're in this special place. It's actually not officially Italy. We have kind of crossed the border unnoticeably, and we're in Slovenia. It's pretty crazy because, until 2004, there was actually a physical border, and you have to show your passport, and you had to cross the border as such. But now you can just drive right over, like the way we did it, since they've joined the European Union. So we're in a place called Brda, which is kind of the same sister area of Coglio of Italy. And we are talking about Ribolla, and they call it here in Slovenian Rebula. So we will be talking with a few producers that we are doing the wine tasting with. There are a lot of familiarities with Coglio, Italy, and we'd like to get to know a little bit about our neighbors. So first up, we have 3 members of Klet Brda. First of all, it's spelled Brda. How do you pronounce that exactly?
Brda.
Brda. So who is that? Who's speaking?
This is Neja from Klet Brda Winery. I'm working in the marketing department, and we are the leading producer and exporter of Slovenian bottled wine. We actually are a cooperative reuniting 400 families from Brda region that are cultivating the vineyards and bringing the grapes to our wineries. So we make various types of wines that we market under various brands. So we are a cooperative with more than 60 years of history. We were founded in 1957, and we are yeah.
No, Neja. Is that your name?
Neja.
Neja. What's your last name?
Ožbot.
Ožbot. Neja Ožbot. My Slovenian is so good, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Excellent. Listen, Neja, so what is your role at the winery?
Yes, I'm working in the marketing department. So we are in charge of all the marketing materials, marketing activities, events, social media, web page, so everything that is connecting the winery with the consumer.
Okay, great. So I see that you bought 2 bodyguards with you today. What are their names and who are they? They look really mean. Who are they?
They're the most important persons at our winery, I would say.
How many people are there in the winery?
The winery, the employees are around 100, so quite a big winery.
Big size.
Yeah, big size. But also our annual production is quite high, so we produce around 6 to 8 million liters of wine.
Okay, so let me now go to your enologist. What's his name?
His name is Darinko Ribollica.
Okay, Darinko. Okay, let's pass over the mic to him. Okay. Darinko, What is your last name?
My last name is Ribolla.
This is like, interrogation. It's like you're going to the police station.
No.
Okay, because my Slovenian really is terrible. Okay, Darinko Ribollica, like Ribolla.
Yes, it's the same.
No, I was just kidding. Are you serious? It's the same?
Yes, the same. My last name is coming out from Ribolla because my grandparents were always working with Ribolla, so it is tradition in the family.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So tell us about that a little bit.
Nothing, because it is a surname, last name which is not very. A lot of people on.
How many people?
We are around.
It's
40.
not like Simchik.
No, it is around 40.
Like it's like Simchik is like Korean, Kim, right?
No, we are small. We are around 40, and we are all relatives.
Oh, your relatives.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So, tell me a little bit about your role at the winery.
So,
how long have you been with the winery?
I am now in the winery 30 years.
40 years.
30.
40.
30.
30.
Yes, 30.
Okay, you don't look that old. You only look like 35.
And my role is very simple. I just take care of wine.
Okay. Okay, what does that mean?
That means that I take care to see how the vineyards are going on, to pick the right grape from the right vineyard, to take care of all transformation from the grape to the wine. My role is also to know how the markets are going on. What is the market in States, what's the market in China, what is in Japan, just to know what style of wine they prefer. Because we are so big that we can have something which is not always very usual, to have different wines for different markets.
So listen, can you just give me an overview? You are the largest winery, right? It's first of all, it's a co-op. Is that correct?
Yes,
it's safe to say it's a co-op.
Yes.
And there are 400 families, from what I understand?
Yes.
Okay, how many wines do you make, and what is the volume?
The volume we are making between, as Nea said before, we are making between 6 and 8 million bottles, divided in.
That's a lot for here, right?
Yes.
For this area.
Very different brands. So
how many labels do you have?
A lot of labels, because it's difficult to speak about labels, but we are few hundred labels, because we have.
Holy crap! For a few hundred?
Yes, because we have different labels for different markets.
Oh my goodness. It's the same wine, but you're just packaging it differently. No.
Yes and no. We have a lot of different wines, but
you should go into politics. Yes and no. You should be a politician, not an enologist.
Yes, it will be good. But because sometimes we have the same wine in different labels, but normally we have different wines in different labels.
So what is your signature wine? Is it Ribolla?
Yes, it is. Certainly for the Klet Brda, Ribolla is our signature wine.
Okay, so give me the range of the Ribollas that you do.
So the range of Ribolla style which we are doing is, for example, it's the same as we have today in the Masterclass, plus sparkling Ribolla. So we have even. So
let's go
range.
there. Why don't you tell us the Ribolla that we've tasted today, which is the Rebula. How do you say it? Rebula or Rebula
Quercus. This is our main. Or we believe that this is the right face of Ribolla, because we believe that Ribolla is always fresh, young, pretty wine.
That sounds very technical. Young, fresh wine.
That means.
Are you sure you're an enologist?
Yes, because I don't want to put a lot of expressions around the wine, because I'm not from France.
Right.
I believe that you can.
That's good, actually.
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
I believe that you can express what the wine has inside in 3 to 4 words.
Listen, let me ask you a question then. You make, 200 plus labels. What is the biggest challenge for you in terms of winemaking? Is it more the winemaking or is it more the vineyard management?
No, it is a winemaking.
It is the winemaking.
Yes. I believe that everything is born in the vineyard, but we know how to manage the vineyards, because we have also our agriculture team who is taking care about that. But we know that if you are looking and taking care of vineyard in the right way, the grape will be great, and then we must transform this great grape into the great wine. And here's come the main thing.
So where do you sell your wines? What is your number one export market?
United States.
Oh, United States. Yes. And where do you sell the Ribolla?
Also Ribolla, but our main wine for United States is Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, like for everybody.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to move on to the CEO, Mr. Silvan Pelšolja. Okay, my Slovenian is improving by the minute. Okay, great. So, Silvan, how are you?
Yes. Nice.
Nice,
because
okay.
It's a nice day together and good company.
Okay, excellent. Good answer. Very good answer. Okay. So, listen, Silvan, what are the I guess the most difficult challenges you have managing 400 wineries together? Because a co-op is actually, I think one of the important thing is to have a very good collaboration and philosophy with the producers that provide you the grapes, right?
Yes. We reduce all question in 3 keywords.
Okay. You sound like a politician too. I feel like all Slovenians are politicians.
No. It's difficult to survive like politician in Coop.
Okay.
You must show results and facts.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been the CEO for the co-op?
23 vintages.
Oh, okay. So for a very long time. Okay. Not like you're enologist, but almost.
Yeah, but previously I work in other positions there.
Oh, in the company. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. So
Yes.
going back to the challenges, what are the greatest difficulties of managing 400 producers?
Yes, 400 families have, let's say, 200 ideas. What is
only?
good grape?
Only 200?
Yes, main ideas. What is a good grape? What is a quality? What is a good relationship between grape producer and seller? And we start with very basic question: quality, consistency, sustainability.
I saw that you guys are really focused on sustainability. How do you define sustainability?
Yeah, maybe everyone think let's use less phytopharmaceutical things, but it's not only this.
The sprays in
Yeah.
the vineyard management.
This is it's only one phase of this. We think that also you must manage your vineyard, your family on a way that also your son and your grandson still work on these hills and produce good grape, good Ribolla. This is the sustainability. Then quality. If you don't think quality every day, every minute, find another job. Find another. Let's go to produce cherry trees or something like this. And then consistency, because produce grape and wine is a long-term business. Don't expect results in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. The Romans started 2,000 years ago to produce, and still we have vineyards here. So you must think on the long term.
Okay. And what is the third word? It was consistency, quality, and
sustainability.
Oh, sustainability.
In this social means that also your
future generations.
They still live here, work this land, and they improve. But the biggest problem was another. Family normally means capo familia,
Right.
but the free corner support by women's. When we start with this issue, we invite for St. Martin's Day. This is the biggest festa in Slovenia because the Jews become wine.
Right.
We invite all members and they make wine degustation and we show them different approach, normal grape, quality grape, very top quality, and then ask them what you think about this. And Capo Familia said, I'm not so good to taste wines.
Women.
Men's. I must drive. I don't drink a lot because
The men said that.
yeah,
Okay.
very politically.
Right.
But women say, okay, let's taste, and then the women say, you look, my good man, if we work on this way, quality way,
Right.
this wine is much better. Maybe we earn more money with this, and then in 2 years, 3 years, we the biggest part of cooperative switch on this quality program.
Oh, so basically you're saying that men are useless.
You are a politician. This is very provocative.
So,
No, because it's very simple.
No, you're saying the contribution that women made in the recent years have made significant progress for your company and the winemaking. Is that what you're alluding to? I don't want to
Sorry,
put words in your
repeat
mouth.
this,
Okay,
sorry.
so I understood this from what you've just said, is that in the recent years, the past couple of years, you were able to increase the quality of the wines because women participated in with their opinions about how to produce better quality wines.
Not how to produce, because to control production in vineyard, it's technical things.
Right.
We have our agronomic
Even men
team.
can do it. Yes.
You can control everything. You
Right.
can make some measures. You taste the grape, everything. But in the last day, when it's the harvest, time of harvest, then you see, maybe tomorrow it will be the rain. Let's make harvest today, not expect another 2 days. But if you have this commitment to quality, Enologist must decide today is right day for this part of vineyard to pick up the grape.
Okay.
This is the big problem.
Right, the
for
grape ripeness. Right.
for organize the harvest and this. But if the women say yes, we expect, let's do on the top way, not make compromises.
Right.
This is someone in the house take this level, expectations.
Right.
In 2 or 3 years, we start to have the harvest in total under control. When enologists decide grapes from this vineyard, in this vineyard, in the specific day, make harvest early in the morning with right temperature, to put in the press 3 different vineyards together with some quality. This was the winning step to have quality, to have traceability,
Okay.
to connect the single parcel to quality of wine.
Okay.
And for next season, it was very easy. My quality from my vineyard, for my historic vineyard, I can show you in the glass. And now
But
it's
are
much
you
easier.
how are you doing this? Are you the traceability part? Are you doing it with a precision viticulture or I don't know, with help of more digital solutions or interpretations? How are you doing that? I guess that is more technical, but
In the winter,
yeah.
we spend a lot of time to teach them, to make working groups, to discuss about problem of last year, to find solution for next year, for everything. To include everyone, every member of cooperative, to include in the process of producing good.
Okay, so at the time of recording, we are at very, very end of August now. Have you started harvesting yet?
No.
What is it looking like this year, the harvest, 2021?
About quantity, we are maybe 10% less than last year, but we are not complaining about this.
Right, and what was that due to? Was that due to bad weather?
Yeah, this fast climate changing during in the spring, maybe because it's some proverb here. If the cherries go bad, then it's possible that also other things go bad.
Oh, the cherries.
The cherries are.
That's
the
interesting. I don't know. I don't know if we say that in Italian. Definitely not in English. Oh,
cherries.
Yeah, cherries. I get it. I know what the cherries are, but I've never heard of that. If the cherries go bad, then that kind of is an indication. It's a forecast for other harvests.
In last 40 years, what I remember, it was
good
90%.
cherries.
Yeah, 90% it's like this.
Cherry correlated. This is the breaking news coming from Slovenia. The harvest is completely dependent on cherry harvesting indications.
Yeah.
So this year the cherries were not so good. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
They weren't looking so hot. So, but it will be about, in terms of quantity, it'll be about 10% less.
Less. Quality depends from the last 5 weeks, and now the weather is good. We don't miss the rain. And
so when will you start harvesting?
Next weekend.
Okay, so in
Friday next weekend.
Okay, the first week of September.
Yeah, this is more or less normal time because.
And how long does the harvest last?
Till mid of October. We start with Pinot Noir, with Chardonnay, and then we finished with Cabernet Franc.
Okay, and just one last question before we go. I was wondering about the younger generation, right? Because many of the areas, wine producing areas, the younger generation, they're not necessarily giving continuity to the business, to producing wine. They go to more urban areas, or they go to more technology-driven areas. What is the situation in Brda? Are you able to keep the interest of the next generation to continue? I know I met actually Mr. Ribolla's son, and he is also a winemaker. So clearly he was able to transmit the passion to his son. Is that the case with most of the other, I would say, people in the wine world right now in Brda? Would you think? I mean, you're dealing with 400 families, so.
Yes, this is a problem everywhere in agriculture. But when we compare our region from others, we are on top with solutions now.
Right.
Because we have a lot of young producers, they work in other businesses, but they still keep their vineyards at home, because it's not only tradition or only economic thing. It's be part of something. And also the guys from their wages, okay, you're gonna buy a car, but they're gonna buy a top modern tractor machines also, to be proud on this, to improve what the tradition is. So during the harvest, when they bring us grape in the cellar, 60-70% of them are newcomers in our business. They are proud to their harvest.
Okay, so it sounds pretty promising.
And
for the future of Slovenian wines, yeah.
Yes, the key it was when we start to sell all around the world.
Right.
And when
well, for your company right now, how in percentage-wise, other than Slovenia and Italy, right, which is the bordering state, in percentage, how much of your wine is exported to other countries?
This year we have 45% of revenues in value from export.
Okay.
Mostly from United States. The fastest growing market is Asia.
Okay, where in Asia? In China? No.
China, yes.
Well,
China.
Japan, I think.
Japan.
They especially love the orange wines in Japan.
In Japan, also Ribolla. Fish and Ribolla is
right.
a good pairing.
Okay.
In Japan, we sell mostly through the catalogs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting.
And also last 20 years.
Okay. So what is, I know you're not Nostradamus, but what is your vision in terms of Ribolla for your company, which represents 400 families? So I think we can kind of make a gross generalization. Where is Rebula going in terms of the future, in maybe the next 3 to 5 years?
40 years ago, Ribolla represent 50% of vineyards.
Mm-hmm. 50, okay. 50 yes. years ago.
In late 70s, 80s. Then Pinot Grigio come and Chardonnay. And,
right, the international grape varieties.
And Ribolla fall down. But in last 10, 12 years, Ribolla come out like light wine, also,
yeah, Ribolla is pretty sexy right now, right?
Light food, light wine, and wine also, Ribolla can show different faces. Young wines till orange wines. We have in archive Ribolla from 57, and it's still good wine to drink, not only to make show.
Right. Interesting. Okay. So you think it will? There's a promising future for Ribolla.
Yeah. Every year, the new vineyards, Ribolla is on the number one to plant the new varieties.
Okay, very good. Very exciting. Well, thank you very much. We're here with Neha, Ozbat, and Mr. Daninko. His name is Mr. Ribolla, basically Ribolica, and Silvan Pelshoglia. Yeah, this is very, very tough. From the winery, it's a co-op representing 400 wineries. It's called Klet Brda, right? And this will be the first of, I believe, 4 winemakers that we'll be talking to today about Slovenian wine, in particular Rebula, or otherwise known as Ribolla. Thank you very much for joining, and see you soon. Ciao ragazzi! Yes, that was 400 families and not 400 wineries.
And that's a wrap for this episode of On the Road Special Edition Slovenia with Stevie Kim. If you enjoyed this journey through the world of Rebula, Ribolla, Gialla, please make sure you've subscribed to our channel and check out our other Travel To videos. You can also listen in to our podcast version. For more information, check out www.italianwinepodcast.com.
This is actually, we did this, but this is a very heavy boat. Abbiamo altro di questa? But if we only have...
È come un vino per fare spritz.
Okay. So follow us.
send you a picture
Yes,
from,
yes,
Yeah, I think
from vineyard.